Midwest Grilling.
I'll tell you what, we're going to have a battle of the barbecue today.
Oh, I'm ready, man.
Because we are at Legendary Waters in Red Cliff, Wisconsin, at the Legendary Waters Battle of the Barbecue and Car Show. Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah, don't stay tuned. Stay right there.
Pit Boss Grills presents Mad Dog and Merrill Midwest Grillin'. Brought to you by Pit Boss Grills, Griddles and Accessories, Louisiana Grills and Smokers, Healthy Homegrown Wisconsin Potatoes, Sundrop Soda, Shooting Star Casinos, Ebert Grown, Rebex Cutlery, Awesome Shrimp and Seafood, the Wisconsin Agriculture Tourism Association, and by Lashbro Visual Communications.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
I'll tell you what, we are going to have a great time today. Ours is a relaxing show. We do have some competitors around us here today at Legendary Waters for the barbecue battle. I believe it to be the third year now for the barbecue battle, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty sure, yeah.
And we have some of the competitors have trophies by them. Some are yet to gain them maybe this year. They're doing pork, chicken, and beef, if I'm not mistaken, for the three different categories. And then there's a grand champion overall, just like any competition.
Yes, there is.
And we threw into the scene, and Kimberly, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having
Definitely.
me.
You are the executive director of Natow, our good friends at Native American Tourism of Wisconsin, and you promote basically tourism among the 11 sovereign tribes of Wisconsin, highlighting the beauty, diversity, and the cultural heritage of each and every one individually.
Yes, we do.
I couldn't have said it better.
You did better than I did.
And what's happening here this weekend at Legendary Waters?
So this year is our 30th year for Native American Tourism of Wisconsin, their annual conference, and we wanted to do it big. So we moved things for the weekend, and we came up to Red Cliff at Legendary Waters. We had an outstanding day yesterday. We
Good.
started our conference off with a little history, some conversation on agricultural tourism, and then today, after I'm done here with the show, we're going to go on a lake tour. We're going to head over to Madeline Island.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, they're gonna have a nice little kickoff and a show over there. So I'm excited to get over there.
Yeah. Well, if you see Chief Robert Buffalo,
Say
hi from Mad Dog and Merrill.
I definitely
That's
will.
funny.
He actually he golfed with us
That's what I heard.
Thursday.
I
Yes.
talked to Brad, and that's what Brad had said.
Yeah. He says, Kim, come on, let's get a good picture together. And I started laughing. So he's making me famous on. Yeah, he's making me famous on his
I
card.
still have people wherever I go, Anytime Fitness every day, and there's still people there that joke, laugh because he's such a character.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should have been a comedian.
Honest to God, ain't that the truth of the matter?
Yeah.
Let's get started on a little bit of cooking, shall we? We're trying to portray the heritage of the Native Americans, of the indigenous of Wisconsin here. We came across some great bison. That's from our good friends at Forest County Potawatomi. They're up in Leona, Wisconsin, and they actually provide a great service, not just to their community, but I know every week they go to Feeding America, Wisconsin, eastern Wisconsin.
They were what part of the panel that participated in our agricultural tourism panel yesterday.
Sure.
Phenomenal.
Joe or Dave, were they here? One of them?
No, Lindy was here.
Okay, yeah.
They did an outstanding job. There was a lot of folks that I don't think really knew how much they participate in feeding our indigenous
Oh,
country.
it's amazing.
You know, something like almost, I don't want to say the word religiously, but they're very, Joe and Dave are the nicest people in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
They're the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing a tear to my eye. Little bison from those good folks, and they do have a great shop up there, and you can visit them up at Forest County Potawatomi. These are the beautiful raw bison short ribs, and I had several of them, and I floured them up, I seared them off, I cooked them in beef broth and tomato juice, and they condensed down to a version like so they're falling apart nice and tender, and I diced them up, and rather than travel with my Dutch oven with the grease and have to worry about it at the end, I bypassed a couple of steps here today. So we have the bison here. We have beautiful. I have portobello mushrooms, some onions. So we're gonna make a couple of pizzas, basically.
Okay.
These are the bones I ended up with.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are great. There's a nice rosemary that I cooked them up with and slow cooked them. And just like the
Nice.
wild rice, you want to slow cook them.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. The wild rice that we're using here today is from Mole Lake.
Yeah.
Not that there aren't other wild rices in Wisconsin with the indigenous, with the tribes of Wisconsin, but the Mole Lake wild rice is truly hand harvested.
That's I'm from Mole Lake, so when we were talking about getting this together, that's the best rice for me.
Sure.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Want to be the only rice
Yeah.
for you.
Well, you know what's really great is I still remember that when we taped the show at Mole Lake and they had the wild rice, they had the dance of the rice with the special moccasins to grind
Yeah.
up the rice. It's very, very traditional.
It is very traditional, and I don't know if I know anybody that that I've seen in part of my family that do it much more.
Yeah.
But I know, like, we have a family of the Fox family. They do it quite a bit. It's beautiful.
Honest to goodness,
it
it's
is.
gorgeous. And you know what? And I'm off the subject, and we're not even cooking today. But I was inside talking about the hoop dancers.
Yes.
And you talk about tradition and beauty. The hoop dancers are phenomenal.
It is. It's every time I'm in my years, every time I see them, it brings a tear. Really,
Honest
really
to God,
does.
I mean,
It's just something
yeah,
holistic
I was
about
talking
it.
with a nice lady who was teaching some younger ones, and she's frustrated, but she's not frustrated because she knows it's a tradition to be passed on.
Yes, that's Gretchen Morris.
Yeah, Gretchen, exactly. She's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So here's the challenge. There's 11 great tribes in Wisconsin. If you can go to Natow, look up Native American Tourism Wisconsin, and maybe choose a couple of destinations each and every summer, and maybe we can gain together a nice culture and tradition. You'll have some family entertainment. A little barbecue sauce. I don't want to do too much, so maybe a little more than that. So we have the bison diced up. We cooked up the wild rice slow in the oven like traditionally they would like to have you do it.
Yeah.
Especially in Mole Lake. Boy, you get caught boiling with wild rice in Mole Lake, you get kicked out of Mole Lake.
They better not watch me then.
Well, that's what I was told anyway. So we have there's no rhyme or rhythm. I've got two shells here. I got one with a pizza stone and one off. This is the diced up bison that we're going to put on top of it. And pulled out of it, it just fell apart, and then it cools off. We'll regenerate it back up. Some nice mushrooms on each one. And we're just basically making a couple nice little pizzas here. And while I build these pizzas, here's what we're doing. While I build these pizzas, I'm going to add onions and cheese, the wild rice, some nice fresh sage, and a little up north pepper. Meryl's going to make a drink.
Okay.
And
Yes.
we have some good friends up here, and up in Red Cliff is Copper Crow Distillery, and they are the spirits of Superior. They have a tasting room. You can find a store finder throughout Wisconsin. You can find Copper Crow Distillery, but they're indigenous owned. They're owned by the Native Americans up here. They have a great selections of libations.
They do. Well, you got the
Take it
vodka,
away,
you got
Merle,
the
take it
gin,
away.
You got the rye whiskey.
Yeah.
You also got the rum. 115 proof rum here.
Wow.
On there. So unless you want to go nice and easy on
Here
there.
we go.
Well, yeah, Freddie's excited because he gets one of these. On there. So I'm going light today, Freddie.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I will. I am. Because,
It is 101 proof.
yeah, so we got a
It's
good
good
ounce of
stuff.
that in there for you, Fred.
All
And then amaretto, which is great. I'm glad that they make their own amaretto because you really don't see that.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a really great flavor to it. You can use it on anything. I like it basically with just bourbon and amaretto. I'm going to have mine on the rocks right there, which is good. Good for after dinner. And then for yours, put about a shot of that in there. And then we're going to fill with some cola. Twig's cola in here. And
Well, you
I'll
know,
sip-
Twig has all kinds of different sodas out
Yeah,
there
they
now,
do.
too, in addition to Sundrop. So,
So make sure you sip this, Freddie. I don't want this gone before the next segment there. There you go. Enjoy, buddy.
I think I'm going to stir it a little bit.
Yeah, I would. That'd be a great idea to do that for us. So a great product. I mean, it's just amazing. Their distillery is good. We got their gin the last time. It was good. They got their own vodka. They've got their old bourbon, 4-year-old bourbon that they go ahead and make there. So they did very well. Won many awards.
So when you go to the website for Native American Tourism Wisconsin, you're going to find that anytime, any season is apropos. It's a beautiful artwork. We have a fine gentleman over here that displayed his artwork this weekend. Sold a couple of nice dream catchers and such like that. But they have art and culture. They have great travel, recreation areas. There's over a 500,000 acres of forest, marsh, lakes, and rivers
Yes.
that are reservation owned, Native American owned,
Yes.
that are just absolutely gorgeous land.
They are. Last night we took a great tour with Chairwoman Boyd
Oh,
and,
sure.
and her husband. We went out on Lake Superior, saw the shipwreck out there. It was amazing.
I bet it was.
It was.
Well, Kimberly, thank you for spending
Yeah,
time. I know
thanks
you
for
got to
stopping by.
I
you got to
do.
catch a tour.
Yeah, I got to catch a tour.
We'll
Yeah.
be right back with Mad
Have
Dog and Meryl's
fun.
Midwest Grilling right after this.
All right, take care.
Thank you very
You're
much, dear.
welcome.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling.
I'll tell you what, we're having a great time. The Apostle Islands are just off the shores of Lake Superior area here. Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling here, having a lovely. Freddie, how was your stay last night? We stayed in Bad River at the casino, resort and casino at Bad River last night, and it was a good time. We had a
Yeah.
nice dinner.
You heard me
Oh.
play when you're smiling. We've had a great time. You know,
It was.
I enjoyed the travel more than anything else. It's such a pretty ride to come all the way up here and to see, you know, the way it is. And
Yep,
they're talking
exactly
about
right. Yeah. It was a good time. And I pulled ahead $60 on the casino.
Yeah, it worked out all right. I'll tell you
But we had a
what.
great
what
meal.
about you, old buddy?
Well, I didn't do too good, but I'll tell you what. The chicken fried steak was great last
Yeah,
night.
it really
Yeah, you
was
loved
awesome.
it, didn't you? And I had
That
the
was
Reuben.
good, yeah.
So, and on the travel up here, it's just one of the, it's two of the great tribes of Wisconsin is Bad River and Red Cliff. And on the 45-minute drive from, it's just scenic.
It
It's
is.
and
Oh,
it's,
it's
it's a national scenic driveway or whatever, scenic way if you want to call it that. But it's just a gorgeous drive.
Well, you know, it's like it's like you can almost touch the clouds.
Well, and
So
the
it's a
waters,
beautiful day to do it.
the pristine, prestige waters of Lake Superior
Yeah,
behind,
yeah.
off to the side. It was just gorgeous.
Awesome.
If I keep drinking this, I'll be touching it.
Okay. So we're gonna do. We've done wild rice salads before,
Right.
but never warm. So we're gonna do the Three Sisters in front of us. We have the pinto beans with beautiful white corn ganastoa from Oneida. Our good friends at Oneida, and you can explore oneida.com, learn about the apple orchards, the Buffalo Overlook. You can do the farmers market there. They got wonderful the museum. They got the Veterans Wall and the Legends. What's it called at the Packer Stadium? The Walk of Legends. You
Freddie,
know,
you should
the-
know
the-
this.
Anyway, with all the legends, with
That is,
Paul
right,
Horning and all those
exactly.
great
Yep,
guys
right,
that were
right,
part of the
right.
Packer
You're
Stadium.
talking about the statues.
Yeah, exactly right. ExploreOneida.com. So we have the third sister. We're not quite doing traditional. We're doing the Italian one, zucchini.
Nothing wrong.
But I didn't have time to do a little acorn or one of the other ones were. So we're going to throw a little bit of oil over the
Good.
top of those. I'm going to season them up with a little bit of our up north pepper. That's a low sodium, so we can squeeze as much as we want on there. We have the diced up beautiful bison short
That's gonna
ribs
be a good
and a little
mixture.
fresh mint. And I'm going to squeeze the lemon over the top right now just to get that baby on there so we can show how we, just to give it some extra flavor. Meryl's going to be making a dressing. In fact, I'm going to get this on the griddle and you can throw
Start
together the dressing
All right,
for
the
this.
dressing's really, really good. You know, a lot of do dressings, it's like open up the refrigerator and see what you got, you know? So I had some maple syrup here. I'm definitely going to use some olive oil. Place in there. You always want some oil in there because you definitely need something in there that's a little bit oily on the oil side. Obviously, our Grandma Hazel's, which is very, very good. Good flavor. It's like your Montreal steak seasoning, but it has very good flavor on there.
Well, that's my favorite. You
It
know
is.
that.
It's really good. Balsamic vinegar, use that all the time. The flavor that balsamic vinegar brings into a dish is phenomenal. It really is. Okay, got some of that in there. Obviously, you got to have garlic, Freddie.
Always garlic.
And when I use garlic, I use garlic. A little mustard, a little stone ground mustard.
Oh, but of course.
That makes the big difference. It really does. Stone ground mustard. Oh man, give me a hot dog with stone ground mustard. Ha ha! I love it. A little juice of some lemon. Obviously some lime.
That would reinforce
Well-
the flavor.
The lime's going in there.
Throw the whole rind right in there. It don't matter.
Little sage. Not too much sage.
Just a
Slightly
touch.
with the sage.
There you go.
There you go. Shake it up.
And as the salad cooks, by the way, as the wild rice salad cooks, the wild rice ain't in there yet. I'm going to fold that in with some nice kale and blueberries right at the end when we add the salad dressing to it. So we're going to let this baby cook a little bit.
That's some good shake in there.
There's a whole lot of shaking going on, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
So we've been involved with a lot of different cook-offs, Merrill.
Yeah, we have.
And this is a great one. It's a nice little family event. We
It had a
suggested.
turnout. I mean, everybody's, you know,
Ooh.
it's everybody just sitting back and relaxed and having conversation.
That's what it's all about.
Competition's very good, but it's really nice of when you look around, people are just enjoying themselves and they're relaxing.
So when you get up to the Red Cliff area, by the way, there's a lot of great tribal-owned community businesses. The one is our good friends at the distillery, the Copper Crow that we talked
Right.
about. Also our good friends at the Red Cliff Fish Company just down the road. You can grab some smoked whitefish and you could put it in our side of our cream cheese spread here today if you wish, but we're going to do a bison one.
All right, that sounds
And
good
it's going to have a great flavor because we're going to add to it. We got 4 blocks of cream cheese in there.
Wow.
I'm going to plop some garlic because you got to have garlic and cream cheese spread. And we have the diced up green top onions in there. And we talked about a little bit about the smoked fish that can go in here. That's my favorite
Right,
recipe.
yeah.
But I wanted to try something different with the chopped up nice the bison in there because we're going to add so much flavor. We have a little bit of our mango hot sauce and that goes a long
good.
ways. That cream cheese soaks it up pretty good. I also add a little bit of Worcestershire. And I love black pepper, so we're going to put our up north pepper. Once again, that's a lower sodium black pepper blend that we can add to that. We can add a whole bunch of that because that's going to be the majority of the flavor that we're working with right here. Remember the kitchen sink? Let's throw a little
That's
nice.
it.
Let's add a little balsamic vinegar in there. Merrill likes balsamic so
I
well.
do. I use it all the time.
We'll add just a little bit in there. That adds a nice little flavor to it.
I'm anxious this, just for the flavor, we're not using the white fish, we're using this. So always had it with the fish here before.
And all you have to do is simply mix it up. And the smoked fish is good. I got some nice Ritz crackers ready.
All right.
Can you see that okay on the camera, me mixing that up? What does it look
Looks
like?
good. He's working out pretty good too. Look at
Oh,
that muscle.
man.
Man. Hey, man, it's just. I'll get you the bread making next.
Oh man, I'll be rolling in the dough. And you know, you can make any design you want. I'm gonna,
What are you gonna make?
I got a little captain's hat on there.
That's Friday after a Friday night.
Here's Freddie after a Friday night. Little side. Okay. Natow, Native American Tourism of Wisconsin. We'll be right back.
We will. Hey, welcome back to Natow and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
Hey, what's that cream cheese spread doing in front of you?
Right here, let's do some taste tests on this baby.
All right, we've got some fresh kale over here. Got some lovely fresh kale. We have the wild rice, the monoman over here from our good friends at Mole Lake, and some lovely fresh blueberries.
Thank you, sir.
The Three Sisters and bison are looking good back here, and all we're simply going to do really is fold the wild rice in, fold the kale in, add some blueberries, fold it together. The heat's already turned down. That's what's nice about the Pit Boss. I've got the 2 outside burners on, doing kind of more indirect. Everything's all warmed up, so it's going to turn out just nice. So we're going to add the kale. The kale and the, let me mix that together. I got hands on here. Mix that together.
Oh.
And all we want to do is just soften that kale up. Get the wild rice was all not boiled, but cooked in the oven the way it's supposed to be. Let me get the blueberries going here. You can add raspberries, you can add strawberries, you can add walnuts. I just chose a few blueberries. They're going to be in season soon. We're going to shake up Merrill's little dressing. It better have turned out good, Merrill.
Oh, it better.
It smells
It looks
great.
good though, man.
It's not going to take much. There you go. Boy, it's just about right, Merrill. You did a good job today. Freddie, you did a good job today. What do you know about wild rice, Freddie?
Yeah.
You're not going to believe this, but you know the lake I live on
Yeah.
is just south of the Menominee Indian Reservation. They named the lake because they used to come there to harvest rice from the lake, and they named it Shawano. And Shawano means to the south.
That's right.
There you go.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
We are up at our good friends at Legendary Waters, and we're no strangers to Legendary Waters.
we're
We've
not.
stayed here before. I've pulled a few slot machines before. We've eaten here before. They got a great car show going on. They got the barbecue battle going on at Legendary Waters. We stayed in Bad River. There's 9 other great tribes here in Wisconsin that we invite you to visit, that's for sure. All you have to do is go to Native American Tourism in Wisconsin. How's the cheese spread?
It's absolutely excellent.
Oh, I bet it is good.
really
And the
is.
pizzas look
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Take a look at those
Yeah.
pizzas, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't those absolutely wonderful?
Holy
We'll
cow.
be right back to wrap this baby up. Mad
We're
Dog
not
and Meryl's
done yet,
Midwest
ladies and
Grill. No, we're not done yet. No, they ain't throwing us out of town yet. Freddie! Well, one more scoop to go, and I'll tell you what, the beautiful wild rice salad is ready, the bison pizzas are ready, the cream cheese is half eaten. Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. Peace, love. We'll see you later.
Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.